Come on over, baby. Waiting for a few of y'all to join me tonight so we can get this party started. Yes. Hey, Mia, what's up? Yes. We're waiting for a few more love bugs to come on over. Come on over, baby. Come on over so we can get started. Oh, my goodness. I had a long week. I had a lot of crazy stuff happen, but you know what? I marked on my calendar. I don't even remember when I did this. I don't know why I did it, but on March 1st, I said, life is going to change for the better. And do y'all know what happened on March 1st? I fell out with somebody that is closest to me. And I've been praying and praying and praying, like, God, reveal to me who's not supposed to be here. Reveal to me who's for me. You know, I'm constantly praying for my tribe. I'm praying for people that I could love and wholeheartedly be myself with, because I always say this, right? When people do you wrong or people slight you or they hurt you, don't become bitter. Don't become hardened. You just withdraw and detach yourself, because who you are, the very essence of your soul and your core, that's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you special. So don't change you. Change who you give you to. Change who has access to those parts of you. And that's what happened on my March 1st, when I literally wrote on my calendar, life is going to change for the better. And I wanted resolve, but the response that I got, I just didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel good about the whole situation. And I used to be passive aggressive. I used to let things go. And I used to say, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's not that serious. But once a person reveals themselves to you, and they've done it more than once, but you just kind of like let it go, because you don't, that good people could do bad things, right? There's a difference between a bad person that does bad things and a good person that does bad things. So I give people grace, because I'm not a perfect person. And I understand that sometimes I may come off a certain type of way, or I may say things and I might not even be aware of what it is that I'm saying or how I'm coming it off. But if I love you, I'm not going to be callous toward you. I'm not going to deflect. I'm not going to gaslight you. I literally would try to rectify the situation, be empathetic and apologetic, and see how we could come to some resolve. And I didn't get that. And it was hurtful. But in regards to that situation, and just in general, and I'm going to tell y'all this, be mindful of who you speak your business to. Don't tell everybody everything about you. Honor yourself in that way. You know, respect yourself, have loyalty to yourself in that way. And moving forward, you won't never have to worry about anything. You can't help if you're an inspirational muse, because that's ultimately what we're here to do. However, when it comes to being a creative, when it comes to being a storyteller, when it comes to being a writer, when it comes to being all that I am, my likeness is a little more sacred. I'm not a regular person living a regular life. None of us are regular, respectfully. We all have our life paths. And my life path is to continue to build this platform as well as others. And I'm a master number 11, right? I'm a master number 11, and in my human design, I'm a manifester. That's a shit ton. That's why I be telling people, like, in real motherfucking life, I'm that girl. And you are supposed to feel that way about you. However, being a master number 11, I am here in a manifester. I am here to move the culture forward. I am here to be an inspiration. However, I can't do that to a fault, to whereas I'm not being appreciated, respected, and regarded as such. You know, if you want to use my likeness, ask me. And I go through a lot of shit because I'm a master number 11, because I'm also a healer. And in order to be able to heal, you have to be resilient. And in order to be resilient, you have to have been able to heal yourself. You got to be able to pull yourself out of dark places. You have to be able to sharpen your communication skills and be introspective and be self-reflective and constantly work on yourself. And a lot of people don't do that. They say they do because it sounds good. Oh, I work on myself. Oh, I take accountability. Bitch, no the fuck you don't. You don't. Because a lot of us, when our back is up against the wall, instead of taking ownership, we deflect. I have an avoidant personality. That does not mean that I deflect or that I will not address situations. In my past life, in my past version of myself, I didn't like to address. I would let years go by before I address things. And because I am constantly working, I said, you know what? Let me take a different route, even if I need a week or two. And I spoke to my therapist about this. I was like, is this a problem? Because I noticed that I have an avoidant type of personality. However, my therapist said there is absolutely nothing wrong with taking time away from somebody if you feel like they've done you wrong or made you uncomfortable or put you in a situation where you just didn't like it. So I said, there is nothing wrong with that. Other people may not like it, but if I take a couple of weeks, because, when things are fresh, tempers flare, you're really emotional. And I am an emotional person by default. That's another reason why I self-isolate when I'm going through something, because I'm still working on that medium. Either I won't react at all, I won't say anything at all, or I blow up like a volcano. And the fact that I could actually sit up here and admit this to my love bug crew is because we are all works in progress. I'm coming to y'all and I'm telling y'all, I'm not telling y'all exactly what it is that I'm experiencing, but in a roundabout way, I just want you that's listening to me right now to know that it is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to offend someone. It's okay, especially if that is not your intent. But how it is that you react, the things that you say thereafter, it shows a testament to your character, and it shows a testament to how you actually feel about who you made feel that way. And I'll leave that there. Anyways, hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that motherfucking notification bell so you can get the ding, ding, ding whenever I upload a new video. So today, we're going to be getting into Jaguar Wright's husband, Goomba. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyways, he responded to his wife out here cutting up and causing a ruckus on these streets. We're going to be talking about Drew Sidora's divorce right quick. And we're going to be talking about that Caucasian persuasion police officer in Tennessee. She actually came out and spoke verbally about how she was harassed and coerced. And more. Y'all know we're going to get into some stranger than fiction because we always got to talk about what the hell they putting in the food. We need to talk about some spirituality. And I also want to talk about this detox that I've been seeing that's been going viral. I don't know if it's newly viral, but I ran into it last night and I was like, this is kind of interesting. So we'll also be looking into that. And we are about to get started. Let me say hey to my people first. Hey, Meet a New Post. Hey, Lachey. Hey, K-Shark. Hey, Juanita. You did your like and subscribe. Thanks, boo. Hey, Miss Frazier. What's up? Yes. Hey, Imelda Louise. It's going to be her. That's like, yeah. Hey, Humble Brown. What's up? Hey, Melly. Hey, Howard. How y'all doing tonight? Ow, all right, so let's get started. Hey, Jade Stone. Okay. We're just going to operate in love. We're going to know that the chips fall where they may. We're going to continue to walk in the light and be ourselves and be true to ourselves and just continue to walk with love. That's it. Ain't nobody perfect. I for damn sure ain't perfect. I would never get up here and act like I ain't never offend or say something. I would never do that. But if I love you, I'm gonna probably handle you a little differently as opposed to somebody that I did not give a fuck about. All righty now. So let's see. Okay, so shout out to Cups of Convo. This is look at Storm. This was last night. We are. Oh, maybe I could go over to see what Storm talked about too, and we could review what he had to say because I didn't even know that he did this 5 hours ago. But in the meantime, Goomba goes live and sends a message to Jaguar Wright. You need help and you need to take your medication. Once again, shout out to Cups of Convo. Fair use. Boom.
About drugs and this and that going in and out. That is a fucking lie. And you know it. You know it. That man built that business with his fucking bare hands and has been an upstanding citizen in the community of DeSoto. Like, seriously, man. And how dare you call and release the video or voice footage or whatever you call in the crisis hotline, trying to get me hemmed up and killed. That's why I'm away from you.
He said that she's trying to get him hemmed up and deleted, y'all. Do y'all think that she want him to be like taken out?
Didn't you tell some of my family members and friends that I was gonna end up in a pool of blood? You was gonna have to shoot me because if I kept playing with you?
That's violent.
Let's keep it real. Keep it a bean, right? Speaking about that, you about to receive an email, Jaguar. My full resignation. I'm relinquishing everything Philadelphia. I put on the hard drive I bought. That computer was from my school, Aviation Institute of Maintenance, that I just let go because I ain't gonna go there. But that computer, that camera that I bought, that hard drive that I bought, with my money, man, shit crazy, bro. You need help. You need to go get some help. You need to take your medication.
Why was she?
You need to get off the internet.
She was.
Stop slandering. My name, my family's name, my friend's name, the people I grew up around, people who love me, and told me I've been changing. I've been allowing shit to happen that I shouldn't allow to happen.
This man is really hurt. You could tell he's sad. Like on a deep, it seems like on a spiritual level, like he's like kind of broken. And he has this filter over his face, but I did see a live where he was like crying. I'ma just let's finish playing it. It's a sad.
All I wanted to do was be a proud husband in my marriage. Support you through better or worse, sickness and health, rich or poor, to death do us part. You was really about to do the death do us part. Many times you don't call a crisis line and say that I'm losing my mom when I wasn't. I'm on my pill regimen every day. I can't say that about you. Even the days I was around you, and you telling people that you're on your medication and you wasn't. And all you want to do is drink.
So everybody on medication. Okay.
I'm not lying. I'm telling the God honest truth.
Woo, Chalet. Let's see what Storm had to say. Storm, don't flag me.
Now, do you guys remember the barbershop where Jaguar and Gumbo and Solar, remember where they was arguing at the barbershop?
Shout out to Storm Monroe. Storm, please don't flag me. Fair use.
Remember when Jaguar brought that little light-skinned dude up there to run a fade on Gumbo instead of getting a fade along with Gumbo? Because Jaguar ain't never had a fade or a lining. She just got that bandana wrapped around her. Don't y'all remember Solar? Solar. Give me my phone, Solar. Get off of him, Solar. That's my nephew that she had been slurping and screwing on. And then she got arrested.
Wait,
and then they put her away for a while. All right. So Jaguar is alleging that this barbershop's Legends Barbershop in DeSoto, Texas, is.
Wait, so I do remember he played some lady arguing with her. So this topic says Jaguar Wright triggers her mother while giving fake singing lessons to Lasagna Chief. So that's who she was arguing with, her actual mother? I'm trying to get to that part, y'all. Let me see.
To take this shit seriously. Why is the girl dressed in all white? Why do this girl look like Little House on the Prairie? Why does she look like she about to get initiated into that show Ruthless? Why she look like she about to join a cult and have 13 kids by a man 50 years older than her?
Oh, he ain't lie though. He ain't lie. Also though, when you are taking like a spiritual oath, or when you are devoting and giving your life to like a spiritual deity, then you kind of you go through an all white phase. Summer Walker did that. Y'all remember, like, she had on these all white peasant type of dresses. Like, it's kind of like a baptism, but it has to do with like spiritual deities that has nothing to do with like Christianity or anything like that. It's some witchy stuff, y'all. It's real witchy.
Her Jaguar, how often have you been cracking this little girl's legs open is what we need to know. Lasagna.
She going Natasha K. Cole.
Your shit is cooked, baked, fried, and dyed. It's time to go home. Go home, Lasagna. It ain't no more left in the pan. Y'all, it's scraping the bottom. You know, you cook a good pan of lasagna. Everybody want to scrape the bottom. It's gone. It's done. Rinse it out. It's time to move. Yeah. When they had to, transfer custody for visits.
She was arguing with the mother.
I don't know why your mama can't relax, because not only is you stealing her SSI check, she don't know if she finna go to jail for sex trafficking. Ooh. Harboring a fugitive, harboring a runaway. She don't know.
Mm-mm.
See, yes, your mom is very on edge. It don't matter that she took a bath. Did Lasagna have a bath today? Did you have a bath today?
All right, okay. Let me try to.
We ain't had no good trashy entertainment like this since the days of the Jerry Springer show. Right. And we ain't got the yelling is taking me out. The screaming with the Jesus. Oh, do a line, slap a bitch, and eat pussy at the same damn time.
All right, Storm. All right, let me stop. What? I don't want to play too much of this video. I was trying to see where she started yelling and screaming. Maybe I should try to see if I can find it. Did y'all see it? Hey, everyone. Hey, what's up? Hey, y'all. Oh, my God. That is hilarious. I can't. Storm is a mess. Storm be eating food low-key. Like, he be going in. And I just, like, clutching my pearls. But Jaguar Wright, she needs to stop with the antics, like I always say, because it's getting dangerous. Like, you have a son. And I don't know if her and Guma is going to get back together. I don't know what the deal is with them. But it seems like they always get back together after some antics. You putting everybody's livelihood and life in a not so safe space. You going after, like, the people at the barbershop. You trying to go after the police force. You saying that they doing drug dealing and all of this type of stuff. And it's just like, y'all can't, you got a son that's still young. And I don't know if he goes outside by himself, but at the end of the day, like, it's not just you. And you got Legina with you. And I don't know for the life of me why that girl won't go home. I said this the other day, go home. I agree with Storm and everybody else. Like, why are you putting yourself in harm's way? If you want to run and you feel like your life is in danger, why would you go and link with somebody that has DV going on a no-fly list, cutting up in the street, cussing people out like a dog in the street, putting all types of targets on her back? That's who you think is going to help keep you safe? What? lasagna. Like, oh, you believe they done this time? You know what? He seems like he's really over it. And the fact that she's talking about his parents, calling him an incest baby, saying that the mother would, like, first of all, if that did happen to his mother, I'm sure she was not a willing participant. If you're saying that she was assaulted and you claim to be an assault victim yourself, why would you blast that? You saying that as an insult. You're talking about an assault victim in an insulting way. That is disgusting. It just is. Like, you claim you relate and you want to help people and all of this and that. Why are you outing his mother for allegedly being by one of her family members? How is that okay? That's not okay. And y'all right, I did hear her call. She called that the crisis hotline and was so mad that that lady would not get off script. She did not entertain her. She just let Jag go and on and on and on. That lady was very well mannered and very well trained. And I commend and salute her because Jaguar Wright was doing everything in her power to trigger that lady and get her off her square so that she could have some interaction. And then she had finally admitted she was a YouTuber. Lo and behold. And she's like, oh, welcome to my show. Welcome to my world. I'm going to make you famous. What's your name? Like, girl, you going around triggering, gaslighting, and harassing people and trying to make it seem like people doing this to you. The psychosis, that scares people. Like that scares me. Speaking of people like that scaring me, let me show y'all this Caucasian persuasion police officer in Tennessee. Y'all know the one that got caught screwing all of those men on the police force? Look at this. We gonna head on over to these Instagram streets because I was like, what? Chat. Lord Jesus, it's a motherfucking fire. It's a fire. Hold up. Let me share this with y'all because y'all got to see this. Because at one point, it was just her speaking out against it. Yes, bipolar is real. Then at another, she cussed that crisis. She cussed that like a dog in the street. Look at this. Speaking of lying, like a Persian rug. Fair you. Shout out to the Savoy Show.
At Laverne Police Department, they described the environment as a family. However, while I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me. I felt like I had been terrorized.
And yes, now she is suing. No criminal charges have been filed in the case. Hall knows there are those who will say she was a consenting adult who willingly participated in sexual antics in violation of police department policy, and that now she wants to blame others, including one sergeant who targeted her early on.
I know what most people are saying. You know, you could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no, and he wouldn't take it for an answer. Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
So it's not as easy to say she could have just said no.
She did say.
I remember while interviewing for the position at Laverne Police Department,
What I will say to start off what I'm about to say, coercion is a real thing. As a woman, I'm sure we've probably all done something that we didn't really want to do, but we was just like, all right, here, fuck it. Let me just give in so you can leave me alone. Or at least I know I can speak for myself. I have been coerced before. And this is not just with random ass niggas. Like, even with men that you're in a relationship with, people that you know, like, things happen. In this case, how many officers did they say she slept with? 6, 7? So they all harassed and coerced you. And majority of these men were melanin rich. One was a Latino, and maybe 1 or 2 was Caucasian. Had this been another time frame, they would have been hanging from a motherfucking tree. They would have been, the houses would have been scorched. They would have been beat down to the ground, unrecognizable. We saw what happened with Emmett Till just for merely whistling at one of them. It would have been a whole different type of scenario. And this is my point. I'm not saying to say that a person cannot be coerced. However, you are a Caucasian woman. You mean to tell me that you allow men of melanin-rich skin to coerce you more than one over the course of how long? Girl, get the fuck. What? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I feel like if she would not have got caught, then she wouldn't have been talking about she was coerced. There's no way in the hell I'm going to let multiple men run a train on me because one sergeant coerced me and I felt like he wouldn't take no for an answer. Bitch, quit. You work for, this is like the state, the city, and the government. Go to HR. You are protected. You could have transferred into another police department, you don't have to lay down and take it when it comes to working in certain jobs. Like, I just don't believe that. Like, I feel like because she got outed, her reputation is ruined. She's married. Now, all of a sudden, she was harassed and she did say no, and they didn't take no for an answer. So basically, you're saying that you were RAPED, right? That happened to you. Yet, in the same breath, in the same interview, she just said, I can understand how people could have said that I just said no, that I should have just said no. Which one is it? If you said no, explicitly, no, I'm not going to do this, and you were forced and manhandled, then you were R word. And that is not okay by any standards. I will never sit up here and advocate for that. However, we're all women. Sometimes we be like, oh, no, I don't really feel like it. And then you give in. Once again, like I'm saying, coercion is a real thing. However, you guys work in a police department, right? Where did this take place? I have so many questions. Where did this take place? How did this happen over an extended period of time? And why was it with more than 5 men? How did that happen? Were you in hotel rooms with them? Where did this happen? If they did this, if they force you, drug you in a bathroom or in a black back closet somewhere, that is completely different. But where did this happen? I really want to know. I can't, in the locker room? This happened in the locker room. On how many different occasions? Did they all gangbang you? Was this just one occasion? There's no way in American history that a Caucasian lady is going to let melanin-rich men R-word her and never say nothing until it comes out in a scandal. Like, I just don't believe it. I just don't. And this is also reminding me of those cases. Y'all seen what happened in Rosewood? I'm trying to remember exactly the movie. I don't even think a black guy did it. I feel like she got caught cheating with a Caucasian man and lied and said that it was a melanin-rich man that did that. And they burned down a whole fucking town, y'all. They burned down a whole town because this lady lied. And they would lie and say that it wasn't consensual. This has happened to young men that were in college. This young man, he got off on those charges because it came out later that sis had lied. She lied to her parents because she got caught sleeping with a melanin-rich man. So they do that when they get outed. This is not something that we're just making up. This is a pattern of behavior when it comes to Caucasian women. Not all, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them throughout history. We don't give them enough credit for how they've contributed to the burning down of cities, to the lynchings of innocent men. This has happened so many times in this country alone. So there's no way that I just don't believe that she allowed multiple black niggas. I don't even like the term black, and I say niggas sometimes, but we gonna say it, black niggas, to R-word her and not come out and file a motherfucking police report. Bitch, you're lying. There's no way I don't believe it. Because look at what's happening now. Oh, now you could get on do a press conference because you've been outed, sis. And you lost your job and your livelihood is at stake and your reputation is jacked the fuck up. If this really happened to you, I just don't believe that she wouldn't have came out and said it and filed up and went to the authority. I just don't believe it. I just don't fucking believe her. I don't. She's very unattractive. She gives very much, oh my God, these men are paying me attention. Probably ain't never had that much male gaze in her life because look at her. She's given very much a Tweety Bird in the face. No lip, pointed, crazy crow ass nose. But that just because she got the right hue of complexion and the right, y'all already know. She can look like that and still pull niggas. I don't believe her. I am if all of these men were Caucasian persuasion, then I feel like it would have been a little different. But I just don't see in present day a Caucasian persuasion woman allowing a melanin-rich man to violate her and for her to not report it. I wouldn't give a fuck if he was the judge. I wouldn't give a damn if he was the president of the United States. I just don't see that. I just don't see that. I don't. And now she's trying to sue the police department because they exposed that you was a gang banging whore. That's why you want to sue the police department? Because you're a whore. It is what it is. Some women like to take 4 and 5 dicks at a time. That's your business. I don't like that. I ain't got the motor skill. I just don't. I don't want to be. I'm not into all of that. But some women are. We done all seen Black Raw. We done all seen the BBC parts of these internet streets. It's too many, Lachey, right? If it was just Caucasian men, then it would have been like, okay, girl, you was not letting no black niggas run down on you and not report it. I just don't believe that. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't believe it. Coercion is a real thing. It is. I've experienced it. Mostly every woman has experienced fucking coercion. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's not a real thing. However, I don't believe that she was saying no like that. And you not going to come out and report these niggas. I just don't believe. And then they swear those women is the right ones, the best ones. But look at what they would do. They would throw your ass and ship you up the motherfucking river and have you hanging on motherfucking trees like strange fruit to save their own ass. To save, not even to really save their ass, to save their reputation, to save their image, to say they will sell you up the. You getting barbecued out here. Y'all keep thinking y'all could trust people. It's just weird. Like, it's really the psychosis for me. How do you think that you could trust people that give birth to people that you claim is your enemy and is oppressing you? Who's raising them to think that way? Who's shaping their personalities? Who's building the characteristics? Who? As a child, your mom is your God. That is the first God-like figure of your life. Period. Calling them devils and all types of shit. Well, who giving birth to the devils that you claim? Who giving birth to them? Who's raising them? Whose bosoms are they suckling from? Well, not ours anymore, because at one point we was fucking raising and nourishing a nation, but yet we ain't shit. I just don't understand. Who's raising the devil? Who's raising your oppressor? Whose portal are they coming into this physical plane? Who? How many times have we seen these stories of them lying on y'all? And yet y'all think they're better for you? Make sure y'all hitting the like button, like, comment, subscribe, share, because I know you care. She took it to another level, though. Lately, all black male police are in scandals more recently. Yeah, because they're also trying to switch the narrative that it's not just, they want to make it a Blue Lives thing. So that's why that's happening. How's the weather in New York? It's cold. It sucks. It's supposed to be a rainy weekend, but hopefully it doesn't put a damper on my travel plans. Strange fruit. She had a dark meat for y'all. It's hilarious. I just don't believe that she would allow them to assault her and not report it. I just don't. I really don't. If they were all a different color, then I would be like, okay, you know, but y'all not hitting the like button. What are we doing? Let me check. Oh, excuse me. What are we doing? Y'all know how we do it over here. We need to hit the like button. Support the channel. Hit the like button. I'm growing still. We're building. Support a melanin rich woman. Hit the like button. Hit the like button so we can continue the show. Oh, shit. I just saw someone with a really good video with You In It, Love Jones with Coolio. It was a short documentary on blacks being Indians. Have you seen it? I only know of one. What is it? Was it Dane Calloway? Because he's the only person that I actually gave permission to use my likeness. But other people, if they don't give me a shout out or a link, then I'm not into that. Don't use my shit. Let me see. Okay, I mean the likes are not doing bad. We're doing okay. They could still go up a few more notches, but you know, dang love, don't throw the phones at me. I didn't mean to. Yo, I'm so clumsy and klutzy. Like that's one thing that you will get to know about me is I swear I be like dropping shit, falling, tripping, stumbling, mumbling, and grumbling. I've been that way my whole life, bumping into shit. I'm just like such a klutz. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about Drew Sidora a little bit. We gonna head back over to these. Wait, it's before I. That lady is so unattractive. Did you? Ugh. And attraction when you Caucasian persuasion, it doesn't matter. Like you could look like any fucking thing, and you still could pull. Like I said, like you could still pull. But she ain't attractive at all. Chris Brown just threw her fans' phones. He absolutely did. Chris Brown is very temperamental. Although, like, I did a video and I did agree with what he said about Caucasian persuasion artists and actors and entertainers getting off and getting lesser sentence and lesser penalty for way more heinous shit. We cannot excuse the fact that Karrueche Tran also had to take out a restraining order on him because he allegedly threw her down the stairs and kicked her in the stomach. We saw him being aggressive with her outside of a club, forcing his way into her car. We've seen him throw a chair through a window. Was it Good Morning America? One of those daytime TV shows. And then we also seen him throw somebody's phone in a crowd. And he came out and said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her phone. Like, what? That's not okay. That's someone's personal property. It's not okay. It was Calloway. Oh, yes. That's one of my friends. I love Dan Calloway. He's super cool. And that's who I was telling y'all to check out. I'm just here to make you think. Eventually, I would love to have him on the show to, you know, do an interview. I will. I don't want to. We manifest over here. So I will have Dan Calloway on this show sooner than later. And his content is like really super dope. Yeah. All right. So let's go. Whoa. Back on over to these Instagram streets. All right. So, Drew Sidora accuses estranged husband of cheating and abuse in amended divorce complaint. So, they filed divorce from each other 61 minutes apart. That is the pettiest shit I ever heard of in my life. 9 years of marriage. She kept trying to get him to adopt her son. He was not trying to do that because he did not want to have to pay child support for her kid when they got a divorce. He knew he wasn't there. He had one foot in, one foot out. Honestly, Drew is a gorgeous woman. She's very gorgeous, and Ralph is an attractive man. Let's see what they say. Shout out to the Shade Room. So they said on Wednesday, news broke of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora and her husband Ralph Pittman both filed for divorce after almost 9 years of marriage. Now in an amended divorce complaint, Drew details her reasons for filing. And this is crazy because lots of times when these celebrities begin a divorce, they always say irreconcilable differences. Like they never want to actually come out and say he cheated on me or he was beating my ass all up and down the street. They never want to come out and say that. So I honestly, I'm like, okay, like she really just laying it all out there. And I'm like, is it giving storyline for the next season? Like, what is it giving? I don't know. Let's just keep reading. In the complaint obtained by TMZ, Drew said that she cannot take Ralph's continued blatant disrespect and mental abuse any longer. She went on to claim that Ralph cheated on her with multiple women, and some of the women even contacted her about it. Oh my God. And sent their sex with Ralph. Drew also claims that Ralph has gotten physical with her and says last month he grabbed her phone out of her hand, causing her to fall to the floor. He allegedly told her that the phone belongs to him since he pays the bill. Ralph is also accused of getting physically aggressive with Drew, which has caused her to consider leaving Atlanta with their children and headed to Chicago where she would feel safe. Damn. In a complaint, Drew claims that there was also a time when Ralph withdrew a large sum of money from her bank account after counseling was unsuccessful for them. Drew claims Ralph asked her to give him a heads up if she would have ever filed for a divorce. As previously reported, they both filed within 1 hour of each other on Monday, with Drew beating Ralph by exactly 61 minutes. Jeez Louises. Jeez Louises. I wonder if that's why her mom would be at the home because they were always fighting. You know, yeah, that wouldn't even surprise me. Honestly, I'm not living with my mother. When I'm married, if my mother still could get a leg up, I don't want to live. I don't need you all up in my business like that. I don't like that. First of all, I like to make noises when I'm fucking. I don't need my mother to hear me having sex. I like to walk around naked. I don't need my mother to see me and possibly run into my man's dick swinging. I don't have time for that. So that was always weird to me. Like when people live with their parents. Like I could see if your parent is really, really old and y'all all super old and they need like help. Even then, like, you know, God's will, I'll be in a position to whereas they could have their own sector of my home or like a different, you know what I'm saying? Like somewhere where I could get to them, like they could be close to me, like, but living with me, being all up in my business, trying to act like you our counselor. Why was her mother their marriage counselor? The whole shit just didn't sit right with me. I'm not into that. I don't need, you know, I hate that that's why this is something that I'm working on for 2023. I'm going to keep my business to my fucking self. Because even if you think that you're getting advice, people are judging you and you give people ammo. And also, if you want to go back to a person, your family and your friends ain't going to forgive or forget. They're going to be like, bitch, you said he did such and such and with the whoop-de-whoop. Now you're looking like a goddamn fool. Because to you could get over it. You still in love with him. It may not have been that serious to you. It's all right. Like, whatever. Bygones be bygones. Water under the bridge. But to your family and friends, and what kills me is it be the bitches that got terrible ass situations that be trying to throw fucking judgment stones. Like, bitch, your relationship life and your relationship history is terrible. You should never. But they always do because you give them the ammo. And that's just a jewel from me to you. We should all know that by now. We all grown ass women. Don't be telling nobody your business. Don't you do what Drew Sidora did and have your mother be your marriage counselor. What? No. No. N-O. No. Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. No. And also, like, she was calling him new daddy. Like, the whole dynamic was weird to me. Like, I look at, like, chemistry. And that's why everybody be like, oh, why you single? You single. Bitch, because chemistry is a big deal to me. You know what I mean? Like, I need to feel comfortable with you. I need to know that you love me and respect me. Like, I need to know if something happens to me, are you going to actually take care of me? Or like what's gonna happen? Ralph never gave that he really gave a fuck about her like that. It gave like they was just cool. Like, you know, like, oh, we just cool peoples or whatever. Like, you, yeah, that's my homie, my homegirl. Like, it gave like homegirl vibes. It didn't give like, this is my wife, I'm in love with her. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just important to me. Like, I want my husband to be attracted to me. You know, like I'm really into physical touch. So I need you to come and give me a little pat on the rump. I need you to give me a kiss on the neck. You know, caress me, love me. Like, if it's not giving that at all, then I don't want you. I'm not gonna, that's like that. Physical touch is one of my love languages. I need that. And when I see couples that be on these TV shows and they act like they just roommates and shit, it's like, are y'all just doing this because you know that y'all gonna be on a TV show and it's called Real Housewives, so you want to try to maintain the housewife standpoint for the camera, and also because you now are super religious, you want to maintain, oh, my marriage, just to say I got a marriage. Bitches be married and in relationships and miserable as fuck. They really do. And I keep, hey, this is my motherfucking show. Y'all in my house, so I'm just gonna be talking about me sometimes too. Me personally, once again, not having chose, because I could just go pick it. Like, let's just call this spade a spade. That's why when I be on Storm Show and bitches be like, oh, she is thirsty. She isn't. Like, are y'all fucking crazy? Those bitches over there be whacked out of their mind. Like, do y'all see? Every single one of these pictures is me. I'm not even, like, I'm not going to, it's not giving that. It's really not giving that. I'm that girl in real life. I'm catching up on the internet, and I love y'all. Y'all my day ones. We in this together. We in it to fucking win it. But it's never a shortage of men. I can walk the fuck outside and pick up and get a. Come on. Like, it is what it is. But chemistry, like I keep saying, chemistry is everything. And a lot of people do things just to say that they are doing it. People get married. They stay in relationships with men that treat them like a fucking piece of shit. Just to say that they got a man. I got a man. Bitch, what? You got a piece of shit. You got to scrub it. Bitch, you is scrubbing the ground with your man. Scrub the ground. Scrub it, scrub it up, dub. I'd rather not. I'd rather have me a friend. I'd rather hop on me a plane. I'd rather continue to build. I'd rather get to know my motherfucking love bugs and my subbies. Shout out to my new subscribers. We in a building. And when I get that genuine connection with somebody, then it's going to do what it do. In the meantime, I'm going to flirt. I'm going to have me a good time. We're going to stay beautiful. We're going to keep it fit. We're going to be healthy. And we're going to love on ourselves, because women do it to women more than men do it to women when it comes to not having a man, not, having kids, not being married. Like, oh, well, I'm married. I got a man. Bitch, and are you happy? Do you have peace? Fuck happiness, because happiness is fleeting. Y'all know I always say that. Happiness is fleeting. You be happy today and miserable tomorrow. Do you have peace, though? Do you have peace? A lot of people don't. And they lie and they fake the funk. And it's given that Drew Sidora was lying. She told one of the women on the show, at least I got a husband, but I'm married, though. Bitch, you're married and your man is cheating on you down in Tampa, Florida, wherever the fuck else he be taking his mysterious trips to, turning his motherfucking phone off. Girl, he cheating on you with who? You don't know what the hell he out here doing. And I know men that live with their baby mothers. Oh, well, that's my man. I got his kids. And he at the next bitch house. You mad at the other bitch. Girl, if y'all live together, clearly she's not coming to your house. So he's getting in his car and driving to the next bitch's house. You're taking it out on a woman. It's fucking ridiculous. I also know men that claim they got a girlfriend, and be fucking other women without protection, telling them that they in love and that they really love them and they the love of their life. It's given like, you can't really trust shit out here. These niggas is trifling. Not all of them. I will not say all of them, because I have met some, and I know some amazing, beautiful, men that got it going on. They ain't got no motherfucking baggage. They have no children. They got jobs. They're successful. They own property. I know men like that too. But I know more men that's cheating like a motherfucker, that got a wife at home. You would never even think this man. I be wondering, like, where is your wife? Where is your girlfriend at, sir? How the hell is you outside with all these bitches? You got about 5 hoes, but you claim you got a girlfriend. Niggas be, I got a fiance. Where is she at? Do she just let you go out for 5 years at a time and come home whenever you feel like it? But then when you look at Drew Sidora's relationship, her husband on national television disappeared for 3 days and 3 nights, and she didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So men do that. They find a way to cheat. And that's why a lot of men love a woman that don't go outside, is very religious, because women that are extremely religious will accept way more than an average bitch. In the name of Jesus. Basic as hell. They call it submission. No, you just want somebody that you can treat like a doormat. You want somebody that's going to stay in the house, tucked away, while you're outside with a wild bitch, with the hoes and the wars, and the women that you say ain't worth shit. That's what you spending your money on. Tell your wife, I would never want a woman like that. Never. She not my type. They lie like a Persian rug. They want the quiet. They want the ones that's not going to talk back so they could cheat in peace. A lot of men just want to cheat in peace. And they need stability. A lot of men be insecure. I always tell y'all this. They are ego driven. So they need somebody that they feel secure with, that they feel safe with, that is going to stroke their ego. A lot of men get with women that's ugly or not as attractive so that they could walk all over them. And I'm just keeping it real. That's why I say we got to keep ourselves up. You know, ain't nobody talking about makeup, because if I take this shit off, I'm still cute as fuck. At the end of the day, have confidence in yourself. Don't let yourself go. Take care of yourself. Because even if things don't work out with your man or with your mate, you will know deep down inside that it wasn't you. He's just a suck ass nigga that probably is insecure. Dick probably don't work. So he getting with a bitch that he only see a couple times out of the month. He taking them pills. He drinking them motherfucking honey packs, popping them pills, dick on strong for a couple days out the month. Then he come home, he ain't got shit to offer you because that shit leaning to the third. Like, let's just, it just is what it is. He tired 8 days out of the fucking, like, I was about to say 8 days out of the week. He tired 5 days out of the week. The 2 days out of the week, he got some energy. He out with the young hot bitch, giving her all the energy that he got on reserve for the month. She think he fun. He cool. Come on. Dudes will try to play in your face, and they will try to make it seem like marriage is going to change, because and that's not always the truth. Not always true. Not always true. Men be out here married, and you would never know that they even had a fucking girlfriend. Men be having girlfriends, and you would never even know. Like, where the fuck is your wife? Where is your girlfriend? It's very scary out here. It really is very scary. It's very scary. I'm like, you out every single fucking night of the week. Out to the wee hours. Where is your what? And a lot of women take that shit because they just be happy to say they got a man. I got a man. And like Drew did on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they able to run up in another bitch face and say, well, at least I'm married, bitch. Married to a nigga that's cheating on your ass and pushing you down on the ground and throwing your phone up against the wall. I don't mean to laugh. God forgive me. It's not a laugh matter. It really is not. But I just think that your sanity, your dignity, and your peace is worth more than just being able to say, I got a man. I just do. Like, that's just my personal opinion. It's a lot of women out here that settle real bad. Real bad. Because they be dickmatized, they be lonely, and they just want to be able to one-up bitches and say they got a man. But on the inside, they miserable, they depressed, they downtrodden, they feel like they lost themselves, they don't have a zest for life. It's not worth it. It's really not. The right person will come along. Somebody that will love you for who you are. You won't have to change yourself. You won't have to settle for him fucking with 25 bitches telling you to stay in a house and don't go outside. So he could go outside. Y'all see what Derek Jackson did to his wife? Had that lady all churchified the fuck out in a house with a bonnet of salvation on while he was outside with the hot girls. That's because she was safe and easy and he knew he could control and manipulate her. She would have never filed for divorce. He filed for divorce because he was like, damn, I'm a public figure. I'm going to keep cheating on her. I'm going to keep cheating on her. I am. I'm not in love with her. She was easy. She was safe. She stuck around. And I'm going to keep cheating and keep lying like a Persian rug. So let me just put this woman out of her misery and really go get with the type of women that I'm actually attracted to. And now that I made money, I used her. She was the come up woman and the cleanup woman. Now I'm going to go and get what I actually want. Yep, he was in Miami. I saw those pictures. Yep. Tell your mother, oh boy. Protect your homes, lady. Yep. That part. Mm-hmm. She was chanting spells and all for she did absolutely was. She put a hex on all of us. I said, what the fuck? Bitch, you is a witch. A churchified witch. You is a churchified witch. Casting spells, speaking in tongues, getting possessed, and letting your husband just treat you like a doormat. And I always tell y'all, I've been through stuff. Not a shit ton of stuff, but like with the same maybe one or two people, I've experienced things and I'd be like, why the fuck would I even let a person play in my face like that? And it's because honestly, I always knew I had options. I was always, I believe in having a 5-star team. It doesn't mean that like you're having sex with all 5 of them, but you're not so invested in a person. So it hurts when it's fuckery going on. I'm usually one to start the fuckery. That's just something I will take accountability for. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. And I'm not about to get in my business. We're not about to do that right now. Anyways, speaking of men treating you like a fucking... Watch this video. Let's go to this video. I can't remember. I don't know what the man's name is, but I know the wife's name is Fat. And I do remember seeing... I hate all of... I'm going to do this detox, y'all. And I'm going to... Alone, not lonely, yeah. I'm going to do this detox we're going to talk about this after this right here. Let me show y'all. How y'all doing tonight? Like, what's up? We getting into some heavy ass shit right now because these men be out here triggering the fuck out of us, out of women. We'll accept you, love. What's up? Yo, because I've been toxic as fuck. Like, I cannot sit up here and lie. I have been. I had a lot of things that I needed to work on. And I know that. I do. And that's all I'm going to say. So at certain points, I feel like I deserved what's happening because I believe everyone has a karmic footprint. And I feel like karma always comes back to collect, and for me, it's a vibrational thing. Sometimes people come into your life to show you that you is a fuck girl. So they be a fuck boy. Like it happens. Like your karmic twin, your karmic flame is somebody that's going to mirror what it is that you are back to you. And you're going to be like, oh shit, this is how I was running around acting. Yeah, it'd be like that. Go jogging around McDonald's. I'm just going to ignore this person because clearly you want some attention. Okay, let's look at this. We gonna head back on over to these Instagram streets. And I say, this is funny. Hey, Norris, what's up, boo? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they come and they fucking make you question life. All right. Fair you. Shout out to the neighborhood talk.
Hey, shout outs to you, Fat.
Yeah.
Like, it's very important to see you here on this stage as well. And it's it's an honor, and I mean, it really is important for us to see this
No,
representation.
why you feel like it's important to see Fat?
Why do I feel like it's
Yeah,
because
100%.
that is giving me the opportunity to do something similar. It's giving me the opportunity to see myself, to see things that I never thought possible for myself. So it's important to see you on the stage, to see you in motherhood, to see you in femininity, to see you float in those worlds. It's really important. I want to say thank you and thank you both.
I didn't know why Fat, but now I do. It's very important. I knew I was important to me. I didn't know I was important to you.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Thank you.
But thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Yeah.
Rep for Houston for me one time for the one time.
One time for the one time.
Okay, and I really appreciate y'all taking the time.
Thank you so much.
And I just want to say,
so his name is Toby, and he calls her Fat, and they're like a creative couple. Like they do content together. He's an artist or whatever, and pretty much everybody said that was cringy. Like the way that he was like asking her, like, "Oh, why do you feel that way about her?" And it kind of was like in a patronizing, like a condescending, like he was like, I don't know, like, and the fact that he just held onto the mic, he did, from my perspective, he held onto the mic. He didn't pass the mic over to her so that she could say thank you. He just made it all about him. He's a narcissist. We could tell he's a narcissist. His ego is fucking through the roof. And another reason why a lot of people said that this was cringy, and this is something that I saw. They did an interview, or they were doing like a Black love piece or whatever, and he was saying that he settled for her. He said, she chased me. I didn't really see her like that. We was just friends at first, and I just said, fuck it. That's pretty much what he said about the mother of his children. They got a few children together. And when you are dealing with a man that feels like he's the prize, he's gonna always shit on you and always remind you, bitch, I'm the prize and you lucky to be here with me. I wish I would be with somebody and he gets on national fucking internet streets and say, Love Jones chased me. I ain't really want her like that. I mean, I just settled. I mean, because she was just there. I guess the bitch is like a piece of furniture, I guess. I mean, you know, it just happened that way. Like, I never even was attracted to her. Like, what? It's one thing for a woman to feel that way, because women have a tendency to be more of a grower than a shower. I'm kind of like a grower as opposed to like a shower. But for men kind of know right away for the most part if they really want to invest in like love on a woman and be with a woman. That's why you see a lot of beautiful women with average or below average looking men, because there's other attributes and other qualities that you could possess to make a woman say, okay, this will be a suitable man for me to build a life with. As far as men go, men are very shallow. They are. And that's why lots of times if you see a man and a woman that's not evenly yoked in terms of what they look like and the man looks better, he thinks he's better. He does. He might be insecure. He may have low self-esteem. And that's another reason why a lot of men choose women that they feel don't look as good as them. And also, like I said before, women that don't feel like they have as many options, because looks don't really mean shit. There's somebody for everybody. A lot of women feel like they don't have options because men are so shallow. And especially when you're melanin rich, they try to say we at the bottom of the totem pole and they white is right. They want the Latina and the ambiguous and blah, 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 blah. A bunch of fucking crock of shit. Because we have more options than they fucking asses do. And they don't ever want you to know that. So they're gonna keep trying to tell you the opposite. And it's not true. It's a lie. It's a lie. And then they'll be like, oh, that's just niggas that just want to fuck you. Bitch, every nigga just want to fuck when he first meets you if you're attractive. That's not rocket science. Duh. But you make him work for it. If you're likable, you got your own shit going on. You are personable. You're talented. You're funny. You have other attributes. You can cook. You're nurturing. You're inspiring. You're a muse. You're smart. Once he gets to know you, because you ain't just gonna be giving it out to every goddamn body that just because they want to fuck you. Then he actually starts to like you. And if he doesn't, then that's when you know he's not the one, that you don't need to be laying down with this man. And you move on to somebody. That's how women need to operate. Anyways, for a man to be saying that he just settled for you, that's fucked up. And it gives me like abusive, like emotional and verbal abuse vibes. It does. Because for you to say that on the internet streets, imagine what he's telling her behind closed doors. Imagine how she probably feels like she has to grovel and work and do so many things to appease this man to feel worthy of his love. And he ain't all that. And you know, another young woman that I saw, Golden Beauty. Y'all know Golden Beauty and Young Pharaoh? Y'all remember them? Golden Beauty used to talk about how Young Pharaoh used to make her feel like she was inadequate and like he was the prize. And his ego was so huge that he would convince her to, like, you know, do poly and to be doing threesomes and just a whole bunch of fuckery. And she used to say that she felt like because of who he was, the fact that he had gained notoriety, he was building a platform, he had become a public figure. He started to walk through doors that he otherwise could not, like when they first started out together. I mean, he was always on some poly shit because he wanted to just cheat in peace. So she said she felt like she always had to entertain him. And it made her feel insecure ultimately, because if she wasn't entertaining him, she knew that he would get another bitch to entertain him. And could you imagine living like that? You become a slave. You become a slave. That's slavery. You gotta always be a court jester. You gotta always be a fucking clown. You have to always be cooking for this man. You gotta always be fucking and sucking. You have to always be cleaning up behind him. You have to always do clerical work for him. You have to always encourage him. You gotta always help him study. You gotta always help him research. You gotta always help him write. You gotta always be on bended knee taking care of his kids. You gotta always be rubbing his back. You gotta always be rubbing, like, it's giving slavery. And that's what a lot of these men require. They do that shit when they know that you don't know your worth. They know your worth. They see you. They see you. But you gotta see you for who you really are. And that is another reason why I'm at it alone right now, because it's important to see me, and it's important for you to see you. And you won't let no motherfucking body play in your face. We done all been to the ghetto toxic ass circus. And I done told y'all that multiple fucking times. I done been there. I done got on the motherfucking rides time and time and time again. But you know what? This time around, I'm not, no. Yes, I wouldn't want him at all, right? Could you imagine a man telling you in front of everybody? Let me see if I can find it. Because I said, what the fuck? I was like, what? I am offended. I got secondhand offended. What? I would be fucking livid. I don't know. Is it his name, like T-O-B-Y? Or is it T-O-B-I? Let me see. No, that's a fucking whole goddamn. Let me see if this. I think this is probably where he says it. Okay, let me share, because I absolutely saw it and I was like, oh, they got the Storm interviewed him. Oh, I have to watch that. Did you talk about? Oh, are you talking about Young Pharaoh or Toby? I saw the interview with Young Pharaoh. I did. I used to watch Young Pharaoh. He was so entertaining. Like he always had a air of like toxicity, but it seemed like he channeled that energy into being a teacher, and he was confident, you know, and that's why a lot of women like toxic ass niggas because it's confidence. And I think people don't want to admit that. Like, or they be like, oh, women like a hood nigga. No, it's because he's confident. In order to be out gang banging, I'm not promoting this at all. I'm just saying, when you think about it in a logical way, you have to have an air of confidence. You have to feel superior. You have to be able to protect yourself as well. And you also got to be smart. So all of those characteristics is attractive. And this is not to say that when you find out that type of lifestyle is not for you, you know, because I dated a hood ass nigga when I was a teenager. Anyways, I'm not about to get into my business. But it was all of those things. But he was a very unsavory character. And ultimately, we know that lifestyle, it ends you up in the prison, penitentiary, or in a graveyard. And young Pharaoh was in a prison system. You know, like he lived that life, but he used that energy, he transmuted it into being a teacher. All right, let me share. Hopefully this is 8 minutes, so fair use. Shouts out to Forever Twisted. Ooh, can't play that. Shouts out to Forever Twisted. Hopefully they say it. And let's see. So this is who I'm talking about. How to start this. Tell me, stop doing that. Just tell me how to start.
Fat. You start by saying something about this is Forever Twisted.
This is Forever Twisted. Thank y'all for tuning in.
I just want to be with you. I like the way you do the things you do.
All right, y'all. So we about to tell y'all about how we first met. Our whole story is unlike most boy meets girl stories. So here we go. Is that good?
And began.
So when we first met,
I was live. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was walking in my purpose. I was doing my thing. I was like with God. I was low key like Enoch. Low key just about to be transcended straight up into the heavens with my Lord and Savior. I had just started a nonprofit organization. I had just started Team Guinea. We had just started like the movement to make purpose popular. So I was like on flames. And then Fat had just ran away from Grand Rapids.
So I just came back. Well, not came back. I just got to Houston from Michigan. I had been here not even a year when I met Toby. And I left Michigan just because I just felt like God wanted me to leave. Like it was just nothing happening there. I was gonna get stuck in the box. Like I'm from the hood. Like
hey, you trying to make it sound way more spiritual than it was. You talk about
God
that.
That's exactly why I didn't say it, because I wasn't getting into it.
I was saying you ain't gotta say it, but you don't gotta make it seem like it was just some type of spiritual encounter that made you come to Houston. What happened was something bad happened. He was like, oh, I gotta get up out of here.
Wait, but why is he like trying to discredit and discount her experience? Who is he? He is such a fucking narcissist. He like, I was live, I was this, I had that. And then when she's like, well, this is how it was for me. You just say some shit happened. Like, you can't tell that woman how her story should be portrayed. Right off the rip, this is pissing me off. Like, I can't, like, right off the back, I don't like it. But before that, I had always felt like I was supposed to leave, like I wasn't supposed to stay in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's what I was getting on. You just went completely left.
My bad.
Anyway, so I was saying that it wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I knew that, and I felt that. So when I had the chance to go, I up and left to Houston. So I had been in Houston not even a year when I met Toby initially, and we met at Higher D Church. He was doing a young adults like event or something.
I was out here serving the people like I usually do, and she seen me shine. First
of all, I met him there, and I didn't really. Wait, he is not even cute. All right. See him.
Man, stop gassing.
He thinks, y'all. He really thinks like at that moment I saw him, and I was like, from that moment on. But I didn't really see him at the event. I saw him at the nonprofit.
Let me just be honest with y'all real quick while my hair ain't done. Fat said that her homegirl was like, ooh, there's some daddies in the church.
That was after the church service.
There's some daddies in this church.
She definitely did say
It's
that.
some daddies. You know what I'm saying? I was just up there serving. It's some daddies in this church.
First of all, she definitely did say that, but she said that after like the actual church service, not after that event. So
okay,
that was a different time. But anyway, he ended up inviting us to his nonprofit meeting. Like, I don't know if it was the next day or like a couple days after or whatever. So we ended up going, and he was up. He was like, leading the meeting, like, getting all the volunteers together and stuff like that. And that's when I saw him. So then when I saw him, I was like, man, I could marry this man. Like, this is like, I felt like, like he was for me. In that moment, I felt like he was for me. He was like,
I was like, stop.
Not at all.
I was like, you ever seen somebody when they look at you, they be literally like looking all the way into your mouth? Like they look like trying to see like what your tonsils are saying. Like, man, there's a vibration coming from the back of his neck. I'm trying to see what that is.
All right.
Now, let me show you what it looks
right.
like. Let me show you. Fat would like bend the corner and like come back around the corner like this. And I'll be like, hey, stop looking at me like that.
Toby.
All right, but continue. So bottom line is she was like on like, oh my God.
You know how like boy meets girl, like boy find like things, like falls in love, like thinks girl is the one, like he knows instantly, all that stuff. Well, those roles were reversed.
Absolutely.
It was reversed.
And that's the motherfucking problem right there.
The one that was like, yo, like, you ready?
And hold on. And before y'all think like, dang, what's wrong with him? Nothing. She ain't look nothing like this. Her favorite store was Charlotte Russe.
Ain't nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe, lady.
No, ain't nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe. If that's what you into, Charlotte Russe is cool for you. Don't feel bad. Everybody got different seasons. You just gotta know how to do it. You gotta do it right. So Fat was into like bodycon dresses and vest on top of the dresses.
I was here. Let me tell you, when I left Michigan, I was like, I'm in Houston. I'm about to turn up.
She had a bowl cut.
It was.
I'm talking
he keeps
about
saying that. I have a bowl cut literally right now. What I had was a pixie cut. And ladies, y'all know what the pixie cut is. It's like when it's cut, it like form your head. It's cute, and then you have like the bangs in front. I had that. I had my little fake Holly Berry going on. He hated that haircut. He said it made my head look big. So yeah, I was, and I was managing Charlotte. Well, I was working for Charlotte Russe at that time. I think I was just about to get my management position. But so I had to hook up. So I was all in there.
Nobody wanted.
He wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't interested at all. He wasn't interested at all.
Keep going, Fat. All right, what happened next?
So what happened next?
You had two choices. You could either flee from me.
So when he was like, I'm not into you or whatever, he told me.
No. I said you. Like, I don't like you. Stop looking at me like that.
Did y'all hear this man just tell her, I don't like you. Stop looking at me like that. What in the... Okay.
I don't like you like that. You are... when somebody look at you in church, you can't say like, hey, stop. Like, get away from me. You got to say something like, hey, sis. What up, sis? Come on, sister.
He made it clear.
What up, family? What's going on, family? That's what I hit her with.
He made it clear that he did not look at me like in a romantic way.
Sister of... Oh, come on, sister in Christ. Come on. All the colloquialisms. I gave it all to her. All right, keep going, Fat.
So I had a choice, right?
She looked better than him. And he took him out some, I don't like you. It just seems like he's trying to demean her. He's not even coming across like, hey, I wasn't sure at first. Like, I wanted to fill it out and see the vibe. Like, he's playing her at every fucking, like, oh, she dressed tacky. This is basically what he's saying. I didn't like what she was wearing, the Charlotte Russe. I didn't like her hair. I did not like her like that. I did not like this nigga really think he King Tut. Like, I don't like that for her. I really don't.
He was very vocal, so I had to make a decision. I could either take his honesty and keep on moving with my life and just like not be affiliated with him at all. or I could take his advice, understand that that's not what he wants. A relationship is not what he wants. And I could become his friend and have him in my life.
It's not a relationship enough. I thoroughly wanted a relationship. I just did not want you. It's not that.
Did y'all, what? He just said, I thoroughly wanted a relationship. I just did not want you. Why is he so mean to her? That is mean. I mean, I'm like, okay, that's the past, but y'all together now. Why are you being, he is not loving toward this woman at all in this video. Like, he is just not loving.
A relationship is not what he wanted. I just didn't want you.
With me. Okay.
There we go.
Let me say with me.
Praise God.
It makes that much difference.
It does.
Don't. We engaged.
Touche.
So yeah, I had a choice to either take his information, walk away, not be involved with him at all, or I could have him in my life in some capacity. So I chose to be his friend and still understand that he wasn't looking at me in a romantic eye or anything like that. Like, it was just, and I felt like he was mine. Like, he was we were supposed to be together, but maybe it wasn't how I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't in a romantic way. So I chose to be his friend. And I became
with intentions.
I became
with secret
the
intentions.
Best friend he ever needed.
It was like Roger to Tia and Tamara.
Stop saying that.
Roger was like Urkel to Laura, Myra to Urkel. Any type of obsessive friendship. No, let me just be honest.
Was Myra obsessive though?
Out of control.
She wasn't like Urkel. She was just very.
Did he just compare her to Myra on the Family Matters that used to be obsessed with Urkel, and he was basically paying her just because he was in love with Laura? What the fuck? Yo, this is secondhand embarrassment. And in this video, this says it was 5 years ago. They're engaged at this point, and he's still talking to her like she's trash. It's no way I would be able to do this would hurt me so bad. And that's the thing. Like, it's one thing for a man to treat you, to do crazy shit to you, right? Or to make other people think you're crazy or whatever. But to sit in your presence and treat you like this in front of the whole internet streets, and you engaged?
She was just very controlling with Urkel, I think.
Okay.
Wasn't she?
I don't necessarily remember the fine details, but I just know that you was way. It was a friendship, but you could just tell. Like, hey, can you? And you would just be like, oh yeah, that's no problem.
So basically, he said she was a doormat and she did anything he told her to do because he wanted. I'm not about to watch part 2. This shit is triggering the fuck out of me. So basically, she was a doormat because she wanted him so bad. She was just so desperate and thirsty. And could you imagine what he put this woman through when they did actually start dating? Because he knew that he could get away with it, because he knew that it was nothing that he could do to her that would make her leave. And that's the type of that's the type of woman that men marry. That's exactly what I was talking about. Did y'all hear what I was saying before I even played that? How men love a safe, basic ass bitch. And I'm not saying that this woman is not attractive. I'm not. I'm talking about safe and basic in terms of confidence, esteem, and demeanor. You gonna let this man sit up here, y'all? That's your fiance at this point, and he's talking about you like this? Like he is just the fucking shit? Yeah, no, I wanted a relationship. I just didn't want you. I told you I didn't want you like that. Oh, you just decided to be my friend, and you was just so thirsty and desperate that you did any and everything I asked you to do. Where is the what? It's no way. First of all, we would be arguing. I would have been cursing him out. Y'all would have saw me. It probably would have went viral because I would have started cursing and yelling and screaming. Like, it's no way I won't let you sit up here and talk to me like that on this platform. It's no fucking way. You want to be mad and cry. She married that mother. She absolutely did. She just waiting around to see if he was going to change. Yeah, and people do it all the time. Men do it too. But you're not gonna have me waiting around to see if you're gonna change your mind. And then when you do, because I played the long game like a fucking El Stupido, and then you're gonna get up here and talk about me like I ain't shit and try to make me feel bad and demean me and tell everybody how you didn't want me and you was the prize and I just was on your dick so hard and I did any and everything you asked me to do. Like, what? No. See, he already told her he don't like her like that. Yep. That part. Who getting beat? No, that's kids. That's the neighbor's kids running it. Damn, they loud as hell. Well, it's super quiet in here. And they be want to come right in front of my door for some reason. Pick me at its finest. Yo, that's really pick me. That really is. It really is. Because with me, when I went through fuckery that I kind of started, I always had other people. I never just sat around and pined over a guy and was like, okay, like a little fucking puppy dog, whatever you want me to do, whatever you want me to do. No, bitch, I'm going to be at the motherfucking airport. I might be crying, but bitch, I'm going to be on a date, crying tears in the bathroom, dry my motherfucking eyes and go out and be sitting on the date getting courted, being treated the way that I deserve to be treated by somebody the fuck else. This is not to say that we are not exempt for feeling and for looking crazy, but you got to keep it moving. You can't live there for too long. There's no way I would allow my fiance, like I said, to get up here and talk about me like that. There's no way, because now you want to fight. You want to fight. You trying to really embarrass and humiliate me. And the fact that she took so much from him, this is what I'm talking about, that slave shit, that constantly feeling like you need to get validation from this person, a constant need to like just be all that this person needs because you feel like you don't want them to leave you because you don't think you could do better or you feel like this is the best that you could do. And it's really sad because women, there's so many miserable women that are enslaved. They let their husbands and their men do whatever the fuck they want to do. Just for the sake of saying, I got him. Look, I got the ring, sis. I got the ring, sis. Bitch, you had to do all types of shit and jump through all types of hoops and accept all types of, and eat all types of crow to get the ring. It's not really worth it. It's not worth your dignity. It's not worth your pride. Just to fit societal standards and to say that you have a husband in a man. And this is not me saying that I'm against marriage or don't get married or fuck that. I'm not saying that. I am saying if you have to sacrifice your self-worth and who you are as a person and loving yourself and respecting yourself for that, it's not worth it. That's if you don't want me, I don't want to live behavior. Yep. Basically, you did everything and he was like, fuck it, let me stick some dick in this bitch and see if I like it. And I know that she'll be a servant to me. And clearly he's a narcissist, so he needs that. He needs to be worshipped. You can see how she was googly-eyed. Like, I saw him, basically she saw him in his element and she wanted that. And she was like, I'm just going to become his best friend. And there's so many women out here like that. That'll just... It's crazy, y'all. I just be looking around like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, yeah. Let me play this Stranger Than Fiction joint, and then we're going to skedaddle up out of here. Wait, I need to log into 302. Go along with what's going on in Mississippi that nobody seems to be talking about. But I didn't mean to click that. Okay. All right. All righty then. This was a great live. Thanks, Boo. Real talk. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Okay, let me share this screen. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all a post on Instagram, and then we're gonna head over to TikTok where someone actually breaks it down a little better so we can see what they're talking about. So Mississippi Republicans passed bill to create separate unelected court in majority Black city. And this is in Jackson, Mississippi, y'all. I don't feel like reading all of this, so we just gonna watch this video here so when she breaks it down. Fair use. Wait, y'all still can't hear? Why y'all can't hear? How about now?
Also be handpicked, appointed. Because I can tell you right now, this is not Bonita. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, listen up. The Republican-led state of Mississippi House of Representatives passed a bill on February 7th, right? That people are calling the reenactment of Jim Crow. But I feel like nobody's explaining it, right? So we can't really understand how bad the bill is. Well, bitch, I broke it down. I'm making it easy for you. This new bill creates a new district that includes all of the majority white neighborhoods. They would literally form their own courts, their own judges, their own prosecutors. Again, all white neighborhood districts in the middle of a city that is 82% Black people. It would also expand the Capitol Police Force. Nobody wants that. But really, why is it so bad? What does it look like if this passes in the Senate? And what does it mean for Black residents there? If House Bill 1020 is able to pass, then the Chief Justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court would get to handpick, like the good old days, the district's 2 new supervising judges, prosecutors, and the lower court judges.
And the gag is the judges and the city appointed elected officials don't even have to live in Jackson. And that is unheard of.
Would also be handpicked, appointed, not elected by the state's attorney general. The expanded Capitol Police Force, yeah, that would be handled by their chief. I think I forgot to mention, these are all conservatives and they're all palm colored people. You think I'm joking? Ignore my little ad, but this is just 6 of the 9 justices that sit on the Mississippi Supreme Court. They're all white, they're all Republicans. The attorney general, everybody. While judges and prosecutors usually have to live in the place that they practice, these appointed officials can come from anywhere in the state because they're appointed again, not voted in. They don't have to listen to the voice of the people, majority Black people. These judges wouldn't have to really answer to anybody except the people that appointed them. It starts this system off with an unchecked power dynamic between the people and the appointed. And of course, when you push somebody down, you have to spit in their face. The worst part is that 12% of the taxes that come from Jackson, Mississippi, you know, us colored folk, yeah, we're going to pay for their salary with that 12%. But we're not going to be able to vote them in or have a say or anything. This is why people are comparing this to the Jim Crow era. Because in 1980, Mississippi literally had legislation that was the exact replica of this. They're not even trying to be original at this point. They're just changing a few words to modernize it. This bill is an exact replica of what they tried to do during that era to disenfranchise Black people. But like I said, it's not over yet. It has to be voted in by the Senate. Couldn't specifically find a time period for this, so I'll definitely update you guys. But please, like, share, comment on this damn video. There needs to be pressure from the public for the Senate to deny this bill because it goes against everybody's constitutional right. If they get away with this, then it's just going to show that states have the right to gerrymander, and then our vote really won't fucking count, bitch. If you guys want more information, comment down below. I have a bunch of research on this. Mississippi.
Notice how she said there needs to be public outrage. And how many times have you guys even heard of this or seen this shit posted on any major news media outlet? How many times have you guys even seen this shit posted on social media where majority of the people that, you know, look at the content is us? You barely see this. It's fucking crazy. And we're going to go back on over to these Instagram streets because it's this woman that I want to show y'all. And I feel like she had the right idea. Wait, shout out to Garrison H. Oh. Mariana. And I truly believe that we should have stayed separate but motherfucking equal. Separate but equal. Because how has any of this served us? It hasn't. Have I seen Color Purple? Oh, absolutely, I've seen Color Purple. Hell yeah. Y'all can't hear or see what the hell they doing. Why they doing this? It's because I'm talking about these things. Can y'all hear and see me now? This sucks. Yeah, honestly, our great grands, they kind of did us a disservice, and MLK figured that out, and that's why he was assassinated. He figured it out, and it was a little too late, and he wouldn't, play for the powers that be anymore. He was encouraging us to wake up, and that's why he was assassinated. But they only choose to show us that I have a dream speech. And that's how it goes. They don't whitewash history. They lie about history. And it isn't always a victor thing. It's not always, oh, because they won, they lied. No, they cheat. They paper genocide. They write. It's just been a lot of fuckery. A lot of conniving. A lot of stealing. When you're dealing with people that are soulless and they don't vibrate on the same wave as you, and this is not open, this is not a thing, they don't give a fuck. They don't come to you with a knife. They come to you with flowers, and the knife is behind their back. And a lot of times we were put in positions, our ancestors and the elders were put in positions to lay down and get down, because unfortunately for them, they decided to become a part of their social structure, their societal structure, and to start abiding by their laws, when that should have never been the case. We should have maintained our own communities. We should have maintained our own industries, and we would have been in a much better place. What there should have been petitions for and riots and all of that for is to just leave us the fuck alone. And that whole peaceful kumbaya, sometimes you got to meet energy with the same type of energy. I'm going to put it like that. And it's just, it's unfortunate. Oh, you didn't cut. What happened? I don't think I saw. Ooh. Oh, you said you was in Jackson. So did you hear about this in Jackson? Like, Kay, is this like a big thing that's happening right now? They let us go months without water last year before Tate Reeves stepped in to help the capital of this. Oh my God. Yeah, it seems like Mississippi is not the safest place for melanin-rich people at this moment. Still taking land, yep, and old houses to make a white community. It's crazy. It's really and it the reason why this is happening to us is because we've allowed them to identify us as Black and African American. There is no Black nation. There is no African American nation. Either you're American or you're African. You have to identify as one when you go to the United Nations or when you are going to Congress, the government, whatever. You can't identify and be taken seriously as y'all don't be wanting to hear this shit, but really, please check out my friend's channel. His name is Dane Calloway. It's called I'm Just Here to Make You Think. Y'all need to go and check that out. He breaks down everything so perfectly. A lot of us did belong to nations. We belong to tribes, and we were forced to reclassify ourselves so that we could be acting members of the, once again, like I said, this society. And it was to our detriment because look at the state that we're in today. Yes, lots of us have money, lots of us have homes or homeowners, but in the grand scheme of things, we don't really own anything. And that is the problem. That's why they're able to do all types of chemical warfare on us. They're forcing us to get jabbed up to go into their school systems. They're spraying chemtrails in the air. They're feeding us trash. We don't even know what the fuck we eating or where it comes from. It's just a... And like I always say, genetically, what we need and what melanin needs to thrive and strive is different from a person that does not have it. So, yeah. It's crazy out here. Like we really just gotta keep our minds open and do the best that we can at making things better for ourselves and our children. I'm not a mom yet, but I'm saying our because I'm a part of the collective. It's just so draining. It really is. Like reading and taking in all of this different type of content, I just be like, what the fuck? You know, sometimes it's easier to be just watching Love and Hip Hop and shit like that because you don't really care. Like it's just low vibrational as fuck. It's easy to be low vibrational. Yep. It's true. Yes. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. It's a big protest going on there. Wow, you're living in the midst of a historical moment. And I just don't understand how there isn't national media news coverage. Well, I understand. It's because it's about us, so they don't give a fuck. But y'all just got to understand the pandering and the psyops and all of the things that they do make national media news. You got to think about why. They always want to show us slain in the street. It's just it's a program. They want to keep you perpetually in a state of fear. They do. Division. Just easier to control. That's it. That's it, and that's all. I'm back working while trying to watch. Hey, boo, you might have to catch the replay. But anyways, I love y'all. We're gonna have to. I don't know. That just made me really upset. I can't even lie. Like just thinking about all of the things that we've experienced in this country, the things that we continue to experience, and the fact that a lot of us just don't even realize that it's happening is really disheartening, and it's sad because if you don't recognize that there's a problem, then you won't ever do anything to provide yourself with a solution. And they've lulled us to sleep. They've given a few of us a couple dollars, so they don't even identify with what's really going on. But they give you money, but they tell you how to do it, how to use it, and what the fuck you could do with it. It's all of these stipulations and rules to be indoctrinated into the upper echelon, like the, when you get into a different social class. And I wish, it's crazy. Yeah, they doing it to everybody. That's why I said it's always about a divide. At the end of the day, they work for us and not the other way around. They do it with politics, red versus blue. It's all the same shit. And I was having a talk with this guy that had been interested in dating me, and we went out a couple times, but I don't know if his mindset is too oppressive for me. It's like, oh, well, we can't break down the social, we can't collapse the government. I'm like, nobody's saying to collapse the government. And you absolutely are going to need Caucasian people to do that if that's really we can't, there's no way we will be able to do that on our own. Because they are getting fucked over too in a lot of instances. However, to think just because, like I said, just because you have a job, you have a nice car, you have a house, that doesn't mean that as a whole we're doing better. Some people are. A lot of us are thriving and striving. If only the people that are thriving and striving would come together collectively to build our own infrastructures and our own communities, then that would be a game changer. Until then, you're always going to be disenfranchised. You're always going to be oppressed. You're always going to be under the rule of someone else's thumb. And I just, for the life of me, don't understand how grown-ass men just lay down and get down and take it and blame women for every goddamn thing. Like, no, you're a man. He like, oh, women going to have to fight too. I said, women are not supposed to be on the front lines fighting in wars. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, they really try to mind fucking brainwash us. Women are not supposed to be the muscle. Whenever you've seen wars fought throughout history, men were on the front line. That feminist shit. I am not G.I. motherfucking Jane. I don't believe in that. That is not I don't believe in that. Oh, the crime rate went down. Wow. Yes, girl, because I'll be looking around and I'm like, I don't see anybody else talking about most people just do low. It's either you're low vibrational or you on this wave. And y'all already know I do it all. I'm into everything. So when we come on over to my house and we at the Love Jones show, we're going to talk about current events. We're going to talk about pop culture. I am going to give commentary on social things, and social things in my life does not only consist of Jaguar Wright beating her husband's ass. Yes, we are going to talk about that. Absolutely. It's entertainment. However, we need to figure out what the fuck is going on with us amongst us and how we can be the pillars of change that we want to see. Yeah, he wasn't. And he's attractive. He doesn't have baggage. He got it going on. And that's why for me it's chemistry. It really is. People be like, oh, I could be bought. Everybody got a price. I don't really believe in that. Because if I had a price, I would have been bought. My life would be completely different. Dignity, feeling good, having peace. I gotta really like you and be into you. And I think that's important. However, I am absolutely into being hypergamous. I'm not sitting up here saying just date a broke down, scrub the ground with a nigga just because you in love. No. It is important for him to have something going for himself. It is important for him to be able to uplift you. It is important for him to be able to take care of your children if something happened to you. All of those things matter. Chemistry, though, you can't fake that shit. And if I'm going to be with somebody that's going to be in my personal space all the time, I got to like you. I don't give a fuck. I got to like you. We got to be able to have conversations about everything. Yes, Angel. I don't know why the Google moderator just be shadowing some of y'all's comments that's not even like derogatory or anything like that. People are so ego-driven nowadays. Far too many are caught up in the bougie upkeep instead of focusing on real. It's true. right? Find a great. Yes, it's true. And that's the thing. I feel like, excuse me, that's the key to success in any relationship, in working relationships, in business relationships, in friendships, and especially in intimate relationships. If we don't naturally connect with each other, then what the fuck? Because like I say all the time, you ain't going to be hitting the skins all day and night. Are we friends? Can we talk? Can I hang out with you? Am I attracted to you socially? Or do you make me want to tag that ass when we out in public? All of those things come into play. And I believe that there's a person for everyone. I don't believe in looking. I believe in attracting. I believe in attuning. And what's for you is going to come. And what's not is going to go. And that's just it. Yeah. All right. I'll be back in a couple days. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But I love y'all so much. I really do. Thanks for coming to my house tonight. Thanks for being here with me. Like, comment, subscribe, share because I know you care. Be her, show up as her. Be him, show up as him. Don't you let no motherfucking body play in your face. And spread love is the Brooklyn way. Bye, love bugs. Woo-hoo.